The origins of notarization can be traced back to ancient Egypt during a time when official record-keeping became important to humanity.
The main purpose for someone to require a notary would be to prevent fraud. A notarial act is a security measure for those very important and distinct documents and transactions that you want to protect. Businesses such as law firms, title agencies, and even hospitals regularly utilize or interact with notarizations on a daily basis.
From ancient Egyptian scribes to Roman stenographers, the ink runs deep throughout history.
The reason the presence requirement was enforced was to allow the notary to ask the person questions to determine if they were actually willing to sign the document, that they understood it, and had the capacity to legally bind themselves to it.
Traditionally, the signer and the notary were required to both be physically present in the same room at the same time during the notary process.
The COVID-19 pandemic caused a huge problem in closings for real property transactions being canceled all across the country. So that caused a real crisis. Caregivers, before even going to the hospitals, wanted to update their wills and estate documents, not knowing if they would get sick at the hospital, and these documents all need a notarization or witnesses.
Now, remote online notarization laws are allowing the Notarial Act to continue through the use of audiovisual communications technology, removing the traditional presence requirement.
The online notary laws, they're bringing a new importance to the notary. Once again, when this country was founded, notaries were used mainly in connection with maritime commercial shipping. In the last century, really the notaries were relegated to just real property transactions. Now, there's a need to have a notary trusted assurance person to verify facts of all kinds, not just signatures.
Leveraging multiple technological advances in security, remote online notarization is unparalleled in the protection and integrity to the signing of a document.
We have full audit trails that actually flow through the transaction from the moment a consumer hits our platform. They're actually starting to be audited, and they get added into the audit trail that at the end of the transaction is immutable, and we can provide that as evidence that this transaction was done properly. Something that in some states has never really been done before, and in some states that don't require notaries to actually write a journal, it has not been done. So this allows us to have the evidence that these notarial acts have been done legitimately and audit and verify that they've been done legitimately. Using the same cryptographic technology that you'll see used to secure websites, to secure servers, and to secure blockchain.
An online notary not only reviews the credential of the signer and is able to communicate with them, but also has the benefit of credential analysis, in which machine learning and algorithms are used to bolster the notary's review of that credential.
We launched here in Tampa, Florida as the first Florida-based online notarization platform that was HIPAA compliant. So we built it and brought an in-house team of notaries and designed it around being HIPAA compliant for healthcare solutions. And that came from a background and a history that my co-founder and I had with a life experience, unfortunately, somebody who had cancer. That's how we launched this company, and since then we've transformed into a total digital documentation solution, all the way from e-signature to secure e-sign, all the way through remote online notarization, essentially enabling companies who are doing paper processes to bring them to the digital world, to speed them up and help them scale.
Created to bring digital notarization to everyone, everywhere, eNotary provides users with endless flexibility and end-to-end transactional transparency.
Remote online notarization is much more secure than the paper process. It allows for you to be able to go back and view videos of the notarization being done, which is usually not available on a paper process. It allows for you to do it from anywhere with a higher level of security than you can get even being in paper with someone in person. Everybody has their own X509 digital certificates. All the documents are sealed. All the consumers go through a rigorous authentication process. It is a much more secure process for the consumer, and we believe it protects them a lot more. We built our platform to be a workflow that can be adjusted to the needs of your business. If you have a notary, you can use your notary. If you have to send out notarizations, you can use our notaries or another third-party preferred notary in our platform. You know, our platform was designed to be very flexible for the organization, to allow them to transform their business using our platform, but still maintain the uniqueness of their workflow.
As the march to full digitization takes the world by storm, traces of ink and paper are reaching the point of no return.
Changing this traditionally paper-only process to a digital one will empower the signer's convenience, the notary's security, and provides the best possible evidentiary record for anyone relying on that signature afterwards. I had a friend up in Chicago. They went out to a bank, and unfortunately the bank was willing to notarize, but he was not a customer of that bank. Then he went to a post office, and lo and behold, no notaries and staff that day. Finally, my friend wound up in a bad part of town, shouting through 2 inches of bulletproof glass at a currency exchange when he was finally able to get that document notarized. You can skip all that now. I believe the future trends and impact we'll see in the industry going forward will that paper-only processes will continue to move digital, allowing modern technology to be used to reduce errors, increase efficiency, and increase security and therefore trust to a greater standard than we've ever seen before. Thus, I see commerce truly flourishing as we move forward in this digital age.